7 lessons I have learned in marriage, in being married in 1 year. Hello everyone, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Bloom with Grace. In case you're coming across my video for the first time, my name is Grace, and on this space we talk about everything faith, purpose, relationships, lifestyle. Every awesome content that gets to inspire you, educate you. And so if you're a returning subscriber, you already know that I love you. Thank you for coming back. And so in today's video, we're going to be talking about 7 things that I have learned in 1 year of being married. So July happens to be my wedding anniversary month, and in a few weeks from now we're going to be clocking a year in marriage. Woo! So I thought to do an anniversary series for the month of July, and so all through July we'll be having some anniversary talks here and there. And so I thought to start with these 7 lessons that I've learned in marriage in almost a year, as at the time I'm filming this video. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. Number 5 is more like what I just said earlier. It makes you selfless. More than marriage has taught me to be more selfless than I would normally be, especially when I was single. There were things that I didn't really care so much about, or for someone like me who is much of an introverted person and I always want my space, I can be all by myself, alone, no interruption, and I enjoy my own company. And now having to live with somebody like 24/7 every day, it has been life-changing in a good way. Like, I have to think about the other person before making decisions, before making any choice, because I know that it impacts both of us. And same with him also. There are decisions that you wouldn't make without consulting me or seeking my consent. Really, it's all about choosing your partner daily. Yes, and like people used to say, there will be someone out there who appears to be better than your spouse, but you constantly have to make a decision to choose your partner, because you have chosen them, you've chosen them for life. So regardless of what you see out there, it's all about deciding within yourself that I want to choose this person daily, no matter what comes our way. Number 6 is that don't expect so much perfection from your spouse, else you get disappointed. Yes, if you expect so much from them, that is when you get disappointed. And because at the end of the day, we are all human beings, so give grace to your spouse. They are not perfect. Yes, I am not perfect, my husband is not perfect either. So sometimes when I see him act in certain ways that I'm not so pleased with, I don't get disappointed, because at the end of the day, we are humans. And so even though people may pretend to you before you get married, when you enter the marriage is when you really see their true self. And that's why I say give grace to people, give grace to them. Don't say, oh, my so person does not used to do this before we got married, but now he's doing this. Yes, I've had that kind of situation also, even though sometimes I joke around it. Like, it's not like especially if it's not so doesn't impact so much on your relationship, like in a bad way. And this is what I mean. For instance, when my husband and I were dating, I don't waste my call card. I don't call him with my call card, he calls me. So even when I call him, he will end the call and call back. And that was how it was all through. And then when we were in the marriage recently, I was even like joking about it, that before we got married, you did not used to pick my call. Now that you are picking my call, so we just joke around it. But I'm just saying that's part of that's also why you need to give grace to your spouse. They are humans, they can make mistakes, they can err, they are bound to make mistakes, they are bound to change, they are bound to evolve. What matters is that Are they changing in a good way or in a bad way? And like, I think there's a school of thought that says that marriage does not change who you are. It only brings out, reveals who you are, right? So if somebody is kind before they go married, they have every tendency to be more kind when you get into the marriage. But bottom line from this point is give grace so that you don't get disappointed when your spouse does not act in the way that you want them to act. They are humans too. The last one for this video would be that the person you can be most vulnerable with is your spouse, and that's why you need to choose well. If you cannot be vulnerable with your spouse, then I don't know who you can be vulnerable with. Yes, there's so many issues that I cannot discuss with anybody. That is only my spouse I can discuss. Even when we were dating, we had not even gotten married as at then. There were things that I could not discuss with any other person but him, and never judged me, never took that for granted. Yes, and you too. In fact, like, I think a few weeks close to our wedding, that he had to say, okay, there's something I need to tell you, so and so. And I actually respected him more even after then. I mean, he could have hidden it from me or say, oh, does this particular information, does it matter, blah blah blah. So I mean, that's one of the vulnerable moments he had, and I must really commend his confidence or his courage to do that when he did. And getting into marriage, we've been more vulnerable than we were even before we got married. I had never seen my husband angry before we got married, but when we entered the marriage, I have seen his angry face not once, not twice. That sometimes that he had not yelled at me before we got married, but when we entered this marriage, this last marriage, he has yelled at me, and I'm like, like, sometimes you just be wondering what's happening, but it's just part of being vulnerable. Yes, and even in a good way. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen my husband laugh. His laugh, I don't know, but if I say so myself, his laugh or his smile, his laughter is quite cute. I find it cute. And even when he's hungry and his facial expression, I find it cute that even when I smile, he does not have a choice than to smile. So he has been more vulnerable than he was before we got married. Same with me also. I've had to be vulnerable, more vulnerable than I was when I was single. So marriage, it makes you vulnerable. It's an avenue, or should I say, it's that institution that allows for vulnerability with your partner without being taken for granted, right? Without being judged, without being criticized, without being crucified. So marriage has really been beautiful. Yes, it has its own ups and downs, yes, but still, if you are there with the right person, it makes all of it worth it at the end of the day. And so that's it, guys. Those are 7 lessons that I've learned that I can put in this video actually. So if you find this interesting, maybe you are a single person hoping to get married someday to the love of your life, I'm praying that God will order your steps. You will find the right person, the person who completes you, the person who brings the best out of you, the person who supports you, supports your goals, your visions, the person who will support you to bring the purpose of God to pass in your life. And if you're married as well, let us know how many years you've been married, lessons that you have also, what marriage has taught you so far. I would like to hear your thoughts, and so that others too can learn from this. And if you're in a relationship hoping to get married soon, let me know what excites you the most. What are your expectations from marriage, or what is one new thing that you're taking away from this video? So please don't forget to like this video so that other people can see it. Subscribe to join the family, and share this with your loved one. And so I'll see you in the next one. Bye.